Have you ever stood in a group of people talking? You have a great idea to share.
Yeah, a really good idea.
Right. You wait and wait, but the right moment never comes.
They just keep talking and talking.
Exactly. Or worse, you finally speak, and you accidentally talk over someone else.
Oh, that is the worst feeling.
It really is. You feel embarrassed. Well, this is a very common problem, but today we are going to fix it. Welcome to English Anyway, where we learn English, no pressure, no perfection.
We are looking at a really important skill today.
We really are.
Because joining a conversation politely, it causes a lot of worry for people. But learning this helps you make friends, and it helps you at work.
Yeah, it makes people actually want to listen to you. Today, we are learning how to join a conversation without interrupting.
Right. And we will look at 3 real-life situations today.
What are they?
First, talking with friends. Second, speaking up at work. And third, what to say if you make a mistake and accidentally interrupt someone.
Because mistakes definitely happen. I like to think about joining a conversation like jumping onto a moving train.
A moving train?
Yeah. Think about it. The conversation is already moving fast. People are sharing stories and laughing.
Right, they have a lot of energy.
Exactly. If you just jump in front of a fast train, what happens?
A terrible crash.
Yes. You cause a crash, you stop all the energy. You cannot just jump in front of it.
So how do you get on the train safely?
You must run next to it. You match the speed, and you step on smoothly.
I love that picture. You match the speed.
Yeah. But before we practice with our real conversations, we need to learn our tools.
The key vocabulary.
Right. What is our first tool?
Our first tool is the phrase, jump in.
Jump in.
Yes. This just means entering a conversation for a short moment. You can say, can I jump in for a second?
Well, wait. I have to ask, why do we say for a second? Does it really mean exactly 1 second? That is too fast?
No. It doesn't mean real time.
Oh, good. Because I need more than 1 second to talk.
We all do. It is just a trick for the brain. When people are talking, they feel like they own the room,
Yeah, they have the power.
Right. So if you just start talking, they feel like you are taking their power away.
I see.
But when you say for a second, it tells the other person you will not talk forever. It means a short time.
So they relax.
Exactly. They feel safe to listen to you.
That is a great trick. What is the next phrase?
The next one is add to that.
Add to that.
Yeah. We use this to say one more thing connected to what someone just said. You can say just to add to that and then share your idea.
Oh, I like that. So I am using their idea first. It helps you join smoothly.
Right. It shows you are listening. And the last phrase is where you left off.
Where you left off. What does that mean?
It is the place in the conversation right before someone stopped talking.
Oh, right. Like if we get interrupted by a loud noise, I can say, please continue where you left off.
Yes! It gives the turn back to them. It is very polite.
Okay, listener, it is time for you to practice. Say it out loud.
Yes.
Speaking it out is making it yours.
You can do it.
Please repeat this phrase out loud right now. Can I jump in for a second?
Notice how smooth it is. Can I jump in for a second?
Great job. Now that we have the words, let's use them.
Let's look at our first situation.
Right. We will start with an easy situation. You are talking with friends about a movie. Let's do a role play.
Sounds good. I am the first friend. Man, I actually really liked the movie, but the ending felt a little rushed.
Same here. I really wanted one more scene with this sister.
And now I am the second friend. Can I jump in for a second?
Yeah, of course.
I felt the exact same way. The ending was good, but it moved way too fast.
Right. It was like the whole story finished in 5 short minutes.
Yeah. Anyway, you were talking about the sister.
Oh, yeah. I just really wanted to know what happened to her.
End scene. That was very smooth.
It was. Let's break down those sentences. What happened there?
Well, the first thing was the small signal. I said, can I jump in for a second?
Yeah, you asked for space.
Right. It asks for space without forcing your way in.
And then you agreed with me. I
Yeah.
really liked how you said, I felt the same way. It connected our ideas perfectly.
Exactly. I stayed on the same topic. And did you notice how I gave the turn back to you?
Yes. You said, anyway, you were talking about the sister.
That is the polite way to return the conversation.
So joining friends is pretty casual. But let's move forward. Work is different.
Very different. At work, you want to be helpful and professional.
Right. Not loud or crazy. You need people to respect your ideas.
So when you join a conversation at work, you have to be clear and polite. Let's do another role play.
Okay. What is the scene?
We're in a team meeting. Customers are confused about where to click next on a web page. I will be the manager and a colleague, and you play yourself.
I am ready. I have my work hat on.
Okay, I am the colleague. The new checkout process is fast, but customers are still getting lost on the main page.
Just to add to that, I actually heard the exact same thing from 2 different customers yesterday.
I am the manager now. Oh, really? What did they say?
They liked the new design, but they didn't know where to click next. The button blends in too much.
That is very helpful to know.
Yeah, I think making the button brighter would solve it. That's all I wanted to add.
Thanks for sharing that. Let's keep going. And scene.
Oh, that felt very professional. Let's look at those sentences.
You started perfectly.
I used our connecting phrase. I said, just to add to that.
Yes. Or you could say, that reminds me. This makes your comment feel like part of the team's conversation.
Right. It does not feel like a sudden interruption.
And there is a very important rule here. Did you notice how short your turn was?
Yeah, I only talked about the button.
Exactly. You keep your point short, say one idea, then pass the conversation back.
Passing it back is so important. I use the passing phrase. That's all I wanted to add.
Or you could say, please continue. It shows you are joining, not taking over the meeting.
You know, it reminds me of playing a sport. Joining a work discussion is exactly like passing a ball in a basketball game.
Oh, I like that. How so?
Well, you catch the ball when you say just to add to that. You catch it smoothly.
Right.
Then you do one quick move. My move was sharing my idea about the bright button.
One quick move.
Yeah. And then you immediately pass the ball back to the team. You say, that's all I wanted to add.
Because if you just hold the ball forever, your team gets annoyed.
Exactly. Pass the ball, keep the game moving.
But what happens if you drop the ball?
Oh, no. Dropping the ball is bad.
What if you get too excited and you talk over someone? You just interrupt them by mistake.
That happens to everyone. I do it all the time.
We all do. So we must learn how to repair it quickly.
Let's do our last role play. How do we fix a bad interruption?
I will be your friend. I am telling a story about forgetting my wallet, and the restaurant won't take phone payments. You jump in too early.
Okay, I will be the bad listener. Go ahead.
So I finally drove to the restaurant. I sat down, opened my bag, and I realized I completely forgot my...
Oh my gosh, that happened to me once. I was at a coffee shop. And...
Wait, let me just finish.
Oh, sorry. You're right. I didn't mean to cut you off. Please go ahead.
Thanks. Anyway, I realized I forgot my wallet.
Oh, no. That is the worst feeling.
Yeah, and they didn't take phone payments. I had to wash dishes.
Wow, that is terrible. Sorry again for jumping in.
It's fine. And scene.
Wow, I felt really bad interrupting you there.
But you fixed it. Let's point out that quick repair. You said, sorry, I didn't mean to cut you off.
Yeah, to cut someone off means to stop their sentence.
Or you can just say, sorry, go ahead.
And then I had to be quiet. After you say sorry, you must let the other person continue.
Yes. This small repair keeps the conversation comfortable. You gave the spotlight back to me.
But I have to ask you about this. I want to push back a little bit.
Okay, push back.
But is it really so bad to get excited? Doesn't it show you were listening?
I mean, it shows you're excited, yes.
Right. I just wanted to show that I understand the story.
But joining a conversation is not about speaking louder or showing excitement. No. It is about showing that you were listening to their whole point. If you cut them off, you make the story about you.
Oh, I guess that's true. I took the power away from you.
Right. You have to let them finish first.
That makes a lot of sense. So we really need to practice this apology. Listener, it is your turn again.
Get ready to practice.
Say it out loud. Speaking it out is making it yours. Don't be afraid to make mistakes.
Yes.
Please say this phrase out loud right now. Sorry, I didn't mean to cut you off.
Let's hear it one more time. Sorry, I didn't mean to cut you off.
That is such a helpful phrase to have in your pocket.
It really saves the day.
Well, we learned a lot today. Let's briefly remind you of the main lessons. First, signal before you speak.
Right. Use, can I jump in?
Second, keep your point short, make one quick move, and pass the ball back.
And third, if you interrupt, repair it quickly. Say sorry and let them talk.
The golden rule is that good conversation is not about volume. It is about listening.
That is the big secret. Listening makes people love talking to you.
So remember our train. Do not jump in front of the train, run next to it, and step on smoothly.
Enjoy the ride with everyone.
Exactly. Well, before we go, we have a fun question for you.
Oh, yes.
We talked about a bad movie ending today.
Yeah.
So what is your favorite movie that had a terrible ending?
There are so many of them.
I know, right? Leave a comment and let us know. We really want to read your answers.
Keep learning English any way you want, and I'll catch you in the next one.